We're just thrilled to be able to do this. Hallelujah, hallelujah to being live. Thank you so much. Shalom. Shalom. Shana Tova, ladies and gentlemen. I wrote that. No. Welcome back to Rosh Hashana, the head of the year. It's great to see you all in person, as I said before. Some of you have known for a while. You, for sure. The Elkies family. You're new. Are you new too? Or you've been here before? The on the back. Yeah, new. Welcome.
Very quiet.
You're very quiet. Well, now you can make more noise. It's okay.
I'm really excited.
We're happy. We're happy to see you. And it's been a hell of a year, right, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, famous year. But this is our seventh. This is our seventh year. It would have been our eighth year, but this is our seventh year at the bitter end. So I'm going to give a shout out to Paul Rizzo. I don't know where he is. Is he here? He's outside. He's the owner. And Paul, you there? Just all right. Well, those of us who are not in the restaurant or bar business can only say that we love you Thank you for keeping this place going, and God willing, it'll be thriving. This venue is iconic, and it's sweet like the honey that we're supposed to eat on Rosh Hashana. For those of you who might not know me, my name is Rabbi Stephen Blane. I'm the founding rabbi of Shalom, the online Jewish Universalist synagogue, 11 years old now. And I'm also this morning's rabbi, Zoom producer, MC, cantor, band leader, spiritual leader, narrator, husband, father, grandfather, and songwriter. Thank you very much. I'm also a proud Upper West Sider. Let's hear it for the West Side, okay? Upper West Side. And I'm the dean of JSLI, which is a rabbinical school. To date, we've ordained 170 rabbis and 8 cantors. They're serving congregations. In fact, right now, they're all over the world leading services, so it's really amazing. Our journey towards these high holidays has been long and challenging. Despite our most careful planning, life is surely unpredictable. And as for so many plans, a man tracht und Gott lacht, an old Yiddish adage meaning, man plans and God laughs. I was thinking recently that I've led high holiday services for more than 30 years. I've been leading high holiday services. And never could I have imagined that I'd be here today in the middle of a pandemic at the bitter end and on Zoom with all you Zoomers. There's a bunch of people on Zoom and here with my musician friends who I love so much. It just boggles the mind what we've come through and where we're heading. And but today's journey is a new road. We're on a hybrid road. Some of us are here, live in Shul. Some of us are at home on Zoom. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Some masks on, some masks off. Opinions split, politics dividing us. And for us, it only took 5,782 years to get here. Shana Tova. I've introduced my band, and we also have Evan Kremen here, who's going to be blowing shofar and singing also. And we love Evan. It's important again to explain that what you're about to hear has a deep connection to our Jewish tradition. It's based on melodic fragments, which are in turn derivative of high holiday trope, high holiday nusach, Torah trope. When you some of you have heard Torah laning. Those are ancient fragments, ancient motifs, and for the high holidays, the melodies that we use are also based on ancient motifs. And we've got some modern melodies we're playing for you also. Now, you can sing with us, but you might not feel that comfortable, so sing low. Let me be the only one singing. We want everybody safe, okay? Please. We've emailed to you on Zoom. You can sing as loud as you want, everybody on Zoom. Knock yourselves out. Have fun. We've sent you sheets. You've got little services in front of you, those of you that are here. So without further ado, let's begin with the Baruch Hu. The Baruch Hu that we're going to do belongs to the evening service. Last night we would have sung this. I did actually. Baruch Hu. And now we're going to continue with the Shema, which is the core, the creed of our faith. Hear, O Israel, hear, O humankind, the Lord is God, and the Lord is one. It's implicit in that thought is the idea that we should all come together and be one, and to work for the betterment of humanity. So the Shema. Think one. One more time. One. That's the Shema Yisrael. How's the band sound? Sound pretty good? I think we're smoking. We're smoking, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to continue now with the Chatzi Kaddish. Chatzi Kaddish usually designates in the services, any service that you go to, when you hear the Chatzi Kaddish, you know there's something. The next part is coming up. The next part. For example, it segues from the morning blessings to the literal morning service, to the shacharit. It divides the shacharit from the musaf, from the additional service in the traditional Judaism. Anyway, this has its own melody for the high holidays. Oliver had his bar mitzvah online a few months ago. Let's hear it for Oliver. Yitgadal, v'yitgadash, Shemei Rabbah, v'alma divra, v'hirutei, v'yamlich malachutei, V'yitbarach v'yitpar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei Adikudsha Barichu La'ela u'le'ela Mikol v'ilchata v'shirata Tush b'chata v'nechema I got it this morning, so I went for the high note. Just so you never know when you're going to have it and when you're not. Ask Kevin, he knows. Yeah, sometimes you never know. Moving right along with the avot. This is literally means the fathers, avot, but it's also known as the Shemona Esrei, the 18 benedictions, and it's among the oldest prayers that we have. It's also known as the Amidah, literally the standing prayer. And we say it every day. We say it every day 3 times, believe it or not. And this one has a melody just for the high holidays, like so many of the other things you're going to hear today. is nice. Every year I've been for years I've been doing this musical version for about 11 years. And even before that, as the rabbi, or before that as the cantor, you're always standing and doing stuff. But being able to play with these wonderful musicians, to really be in it, is very exciting for me. So, and speaking of that, now I'm going to welcome a wonderful singer, Devin Kremen, who's going to sing Mechal Keil Chaim. Mechal, God sustains the living with loving kindness, with great compassion, and revives the dead. I've explained this to often. The idea among the metaphors of Rosh Hashana is the idea of the book of life. You understand that if we I don't know, did you do that? I might have. It seemed like it. If we work on ourselves between all year long, but this is sort of like a period of it's not sort of, it's a period of repentance, period of contemplation from Rosh Hashana all the way through Yom Kippur. And the concept in Judaism is that you're paraded before God, and God's got open a book of life. And if you're really serious about making amends, you get another shot for next year. But if you've been a really horrible person, according to the tradition, you don't get the shot. And if you've been a really wonderful person, then you're good. So it's all of us in the middle, really, that have to work on ourselves a little bit and just be better. So this idea that God sustains the living with loving kindness, with great compassion, and revives the dead. We also have this concept in Judaism. The traditional concept is one day when the Messiah comes, the dead will come back. And yes, this is part of our tradition, and that's why many Orthodox traditional Jews want to be buried in Israel, because when we come back, they'll be first, wherever the temple is rebuilt. Isn't that interesting? That some of you have gone to Jewish funerals, you see we put earth in the casket. That's from Israel.
Really, it's so that you save the money on the plane ticket.
That too. That too. So you don't have to send the body there, you put the earth in. Yes, correct. Mechal Keil Chaim.
So you guys vamp on the one, right? Vamp on the one.
Yes, we're going to vamp on the one. So we have revived Louis Armstrong for this.
It's actually a very coarse Carol chanting.
Carol chanting. So you know Louis Armstrong was Jewish, right?
Of course he was.
It's true. I'm not making that up.
And Evan will be back. Evan will be back. So two rabbis argued late into the night. No. These aren't the jokes yet.
Oh, all right.
I have a whole new set of jokes for you. Two rabbis argued late into the night about the existence of God. Using strong arguments from the scriptures, they ended up indisputably disproving God's existence. The next morning, one rabbi was surprised to see the other walking into the synagogue, walking into shul for services. "I thought we agreed there's no God," he said. "Yes, but what does faith have to do with it?" Faith, my friends, faith differs from tradition. We all experience faith in different ways. The author of the Unatana Tokef, which is the next piece that we're going to play for you, is said to have been written and recited by Rabbi Amnon of Mainz in the 11th century, who had failed to reject a proposal to convert, to Christianity. And when he did not agree to give up his faith, he was taken away and tortured, of course. And it was on Rosh Hashana when he asked his disciples to take him to the synagogue, where he interrupted the service and recited this prayer I'm about to sing for you, in order to sanctify the name of God. Later, a legend continues that this rabbi appeared in a dream and asked that this prayer be recited every year. So we have, in our tradition, recited the Unatana Tokef almost 1,000 years. So in this prayer, we proclaim the great sanctity of this day, a day filled with awe, a day filled with, why awe? Why trembling? What is it? Go back to the metaphor, the idea that we're all being judged. Shouldn't be by each other, but by God. God knows all the things that we do, and we need to work on being better. We all need to work on being better. So, that being said, we're going to continue with the Unatana Tokef. Unatana Tokef Kedushat Hayom Ki hu nora v'ayom uvo tinaseh malchutecha v'kon b'chesed kisecha v'teishev alav be'emet. כי אתה הוא דיין ומוכיח ויודע ועד וכותב וכותב וסופר ומונה ותזכור כל הנשכחות ותפתח את ספר הזיכרונות ומאליו יקרב בחותם יד כל אדם. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You can applaud. We like applause. Ladies and gentlemen, you got a Yasher Koach, Evan.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Zoom Yasher Koach. Let me see. Everybody likes the fiddle and the piano, and there's a lot of good stuff going on Zoom. Okay, so now we have the song that is at the heart of our service. Rosh Hashana Yikatevu. How many shall leave this world? How many shall be born into it? And on Rosh Hashanah, the judgment is written, and on Yom Kippur, the judgment is sealed. Again, supporting that image of the metaphor of the book of life. So here we go with Rosh Hashanah Yikatevu.
B-side.
That's the A side. Here, and the B side.
The B-side is?
The B side is the Leonard Cohen version of that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And the Leonard Cohen wrote based on that theme. He wrote "Who by Fire, Who by Water." I'll let the lyrics speak to you. And so this is Leonard Cohen's interpretation of Rosh Hashana Yikatevon. fire, fire. Ooh, fire, water. Ooh, in the sunshine. Ooh, in the night. Ooh, fire, higher. Fire, gonna die. Ooh, in the month of May. Skies open. Whom shall I sing this morning? Yeah, thank you so much. That was a great groove. Forgive me. A necessary evil. Anyway, moving right along, ladies and gentlemen. Ochila La'el. Of course, this melody is also ancient. It's said to be a Sinai melody, a melody that was handed down to the Israelites together with the Torah, with the oral tradition as well. And so, like I said, this melody is said to be Sinai, and the Chazan, I would be the Chazan today. Evan is the Chazan too. The Chazan prays for the gift of Ma'aneh Lashon, eloquence of speech. And the text of the prayers are prescribed by the Machzor. The Machzor is the prayer book that we use in the synagogue. And Machzor relates specifically to the high holidays. And the text of the prayers are prescribed by the Machzor, but the Chazan must use the eloquent language of Jewish music, resonating from the depths of the Chazan's soul to express the innermost meaning of the words. That means that the words are not just read; they must be felt. And the goal is to try and get you to feel something also. So this is the Achila La'el. It's a lovely melody, and it's ancient. Ochila La'el, Achalefano. Eshala mimenu ma'aneh lashon asher bikahalam ashir auzon abiyar nanot biyar mifal love le'adon marchelev u'me'adonai ma'aneh lashon Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha iyu lenatzon ticharevi ve'egyon libi levonecha Adonai What a band. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Jack Lotman on piano. Frank Levine on drums. Kevin Haley on bass.
Yeah.
And violin Lizzie Taub on fiddle. All right, so when I was started out 30 years ago, I went to, started out as a cantor. I went down to Biloxi, Mississippi. I know. That was my first gig. I got paid very little, but they flew me down. They put me in a Hojo, a Howard Johnson's.
Oh, wow. Well, at least the bathroom was inside.
And then I went to the synagogue. The synagogue, it was old, it was a small community. And I was just starting out. I didn't really know much, to be honest with you. And the cantor that I was studying with, I studied with him. I started studying for maybe a couple months. And then at that point, I said, I got a job in Biloxi. He said, and he's an old guy with a cigar. He said, what? You don't know anything. What are you going to do with it? So, you know, but all I had was what I learned as a kid.
I think I know.
Yeah, another. So I went down there and you know, I cobbled together whatever I could. And they were lovely. They appreciated what I did. But I did this one thing, the Aleinu, which typically we know the Aleinu, the melody is Aleinu L'Shabel, and it's towards the end of the service. And I sang it that way. And nobody minded, nobody said anything, but the truth is on the high holidays, that Aleinu has a very special melody. And not only that, you're supposed to literally get down on your knees, and it's a big deal. And it's a high holiday melody. So, you know, one guy comes over and he says, I thought there was another melody for that, cantor. I said, no, I think I got the right one. So, but anyway, today we're going to do the right one for you. It's called the Aleinu. Okay, Jack? One. Oh, are you going to go? 1, 2, 1, 2. Aleinu. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's the correct Aleinu. And now, for the correct B'Sefer Chaim, we call upon Evan to come forward. Feels very bar mitzvah, doesn't it? It is. He's got it. No, it's not now. You rock. All right, let's sing for everybody. We're going to do the Oseh Shalom. That's a pretty good version, right? I like that. Now, so let's imagine we are taking out the Torah. We don't have to imagine. We are now taking out the Torah. Usually, you go to Oliver for this, but I'm trying to minimize physical contact and aerosol contact and the whole thing. So let's do this.
Need help?
I think Oliver can do this. You don't have to come up here, Oliver. Just take this. All right.
I want his hair. That's what I want.
There you go. Take the Torah. It's good. Yeah, take the bottom. Take the bottom. Hold on the bottom. Yeah, good. Good. And stand over there and hold it out. It's good. Is he on screen? Oh, come over a little closer to me. Yeah. That's good. There he is. All right. Now you're zooming. Okay. All right. So I got him up here a little early, but it's okay. We're going to sing Adonai, Adonai, which is typically when the ark is open before we take out the Torah. This is when we sing this song. So Adonai, Adonai, Al Rachum B'Chanu. These are 13 divine attributes of God. God in kindness and mercy, benefit, giving blessings to thousands of generations. All these beautiful things. So we're going to sing it for you now. Adonai, Adonai. Of course, they never sing it like this in Shul. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum Echad, Erech Hapayim V'Rav Chesed V'Emet, Koseh Chesed L'Alavim, Seyavon V'Avesh, V'Chazar V'Elah. Nice, right? Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum Echad, Erech Hapayim V'Rav Chesed V'Emet, Koseh Chesed L'Alavim. Usually it's like a dirge. Nothing wrong with that. We just we change it around. You'll know it. Okay. Now the Torah is taken out. Let's join together for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadlul Adonai Tiv Oneram Ema Shemo Yachdav. Now normally we would process in G. Imagine we're processing. We're not gonna. Baruch Hu et Adonai. Baruch Hu et Adonai Amurach. Baruch Adonai. I'll help you. Baruch Hu et Adonai Amurach. Okay, it's okay. I like putting my students on the spot. See, they bar mitzvah and then they forget it right away. Okay, we can all do it quietly. Let's do the blessing. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim Benatan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. Amen. All right, so here it is. Thank you for helping me with this. He's a good kid, Oliver is. All right, here we go. I can read it. Vaydaber Adonai al Moshe lemor. Now I'm going to read it from here. Daber al bnei Yisrael lemor. B'chodesh hashavi'i yechad lachodesh yeh lachem Shabbaton zichron teruah mikra kodesh u'melechet avodah lo ta'asu v'hikraftem ishel Adonai. So the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the Israelite people in the 7th month, on the first day of the month. That's today. Today is the Jewish month of Tishrei. It's the 7th month in the calendar, and this is the first day of Tishrei. You shall observe a complete rest, which we're kind of doing. A sacred occasion. This is totally a sacred occasion, commemorated with loud blasts. That's why we have Evan. He's going to blast off shortly. And you shall not work at your occupations. Well, you're not working at your occupations. And you shall bring an offering by fire to the Lord. You might pass on the offering by fire, but you can think kind thoughts. What's that?
What James is here for.
That's right. James could do some pyrotechnics for us, I'm sure. All right. And now we do the blessing after the Torah reading. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Okay, let us give Oliver a hand. Oliver, close this up for us. Just line it together. Okay, good. Fist bump.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. Sit down. Now, we are. What we're going to do right now is before we blow the shofar. We're actually in the concluding area of our service, but we have a few things left to do. One of them is this Kaddish Shalom, which has a wonderful melody that I love to do. Let me see. It's so nice that, wait a minute, stop. Watch this, right? Isn't the bass coming? Here comes the piano. Here comes the drum. Little fiddle. Do you know the power that you feel when you're doing it? amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. All right. So now, did you ever have a guitar fall down on you on stage? It's really embarrassing. I've had that. Of course, Frank wouldn't. He's a drummer. Why would he have that?
I work with a bass player who dropped the bass when we were playing.
So Moshe, a Jewish actor, is so down and out, he's ready to take any acting job that he can find, you know. Finally, he sees a classified ad that says, an actor is needed to play an ape. To his surprise, the employer turns out to be the Central Park Zoo in New York City. So owing to recent budget cuts, they can no longer afford to import an ape to replace the deceased ape. So until they can get the money, they'll put the actor in an ape suit instead. Makes sense? I can do that, said Moshe. So out of desperation, Moshe takes the offer. At first, his conscience keeps nagging at him that he's being dishonest by fooling zoo-goers. Moshe also feels a little undignified in an ape suit, stared at by the crowds who watch his every move. But after a few days on the job, he begins to enjoy all the attention, and he starts to put on a decent show. Moshe hangs upside down from the branches by his legs. He swings around on the vines. He climbs up on the cage walls and roars with all his might while beating his chest. Soon, Moshe is drawing a sizable crowd. One day, while Moshe is swinging on the vines to show off to a group of school kids, his hands slip, and he goes flying over the fence into the neighboring cage, the lion's den. Terrified, Moshe backs up as far from the approaching lion as he can. He covers his eyes and he prays at the top of his lungs, Shema Yisrael, Adoshem Elokeinu, Adoshem Echad. The lion opens his powerful jaws and roars, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. From a nearby cage, a bear yells, shut up, you Schmendricks! You'll get us all fired.
Yeah, everybody was there.
That's good. You did good. You did
That's good, right? These are new. I had to load up on some new ones. Jack even liked that. Jack said, oh, I like my shit. Yeah.
If you're in front of the brick wall, keep going.
This is cute too. Sam goes to shul and listens to the rabbi. After a while, the rabbi asks that anyone who needs a special prayer should come up to the bima, the bima is where I'd be, for a special blessing. So Sam gets in line, and when it's his turn, the rabbi asks Sam, what do you want me to pray about for you? Sam replies, Rabbi, I need you to pray for my hearing. The rabbi puts one finger in Sam's ear, places his hand on top of Sam's head, and he prays and prays and prays. Then the rabbi removes his hand, stands back, and asks him, "No, Sam, how is your hearing now?" Sam says, "I don't know, Rabbi. It's not until next Wednesday." Oh, come on. Come on. I thought that was good. What about my Zoom people? All right. Here's this one is good. Who here knows a little Yiddish? A little Bissel Yiddish? Anybody?
Yes.
Bissel Yiddish, okay. All right, well, you might we'll see. Two Jews meet in the 1920s in New York and introduce themselves. Chaim Goldberg says the first one. Sean Ferguson says the other one. Excuse me, says Goldberg, but I believe I saw you on Ellis Island arriving from Poland on the same ship like me. How can your name be Sean Ferguson? You are so right, says Ferguson. I was standing without papers in the line, and I was so nervous that I saw how unfriendly the American officers treated our fellow Jews, having difficulties with our complicated Polish names. I was desperate and afraid of them and asked my friend, what should I do? And he suggested that I should simply say my name was John Brown. So I'm standing in the line repeating John Brown, John Brown, John Brown. As I get closer, I get more and more nervous. Finally, it's my time and the officer yelled at me, name! So I said, Schein vergessen! Schein vergessen in Yiddish means I forgot. Schein vergessen. Sean Ferguson. I have to explain all the jokes? For somebody who knows a little Yiddish, that's a killer joke. That's a killer joke. All right.
I'm gonna be at Brown's Hotel this summer.
Wait, I got one more here. These are good. So these are, no, that was it. I'm sorry. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I got a couple more later, but here we go. So, there are, of course, many Facebook groups one can join or peruse, and I found one for clergy. And one topic was, what subject will your sermon address? And one response was, the twisties. Thank you, whoever posted that subject. Of course, this reference to the twisties was Simone Biles' experience during the recent Tokyo Olympics. Biles said that she had the twisties, and they randomly started happening the morning after the preliminary competition, adding that it was the strangest and the weirdest feeling. She said she literally could not tell up from down, which meant she had no idea how she was going to land or what part of her body she was going to land on. It's the craziest feeling ever, she added. Getting rid of them varies with time, she continued, and as they had lasted about 2 or more weeks in the past, adding that they had never transferred to the bars that she was working on or the beam, but this time it had affected her for every event. She said, which sucks really bad. My friends, I think you know where I'm going. We are all victims of the twisties, and it sucks really bad. It's the strangest, weirdest feeling for us not to be able to tell up from down how we're going to land, what kind of country and world we're going to live in when we fully come to terms with this pandemic. And just like for Bowles, for all of us, it is the craziest feeling ever. But this is our world now. And as anxious as we all feel, we must remember that there's still joy to be found. There's joy here today. There's still family and friends and things to do and places to go, albeit in new ways. In ways that can keep us safe, but still can keep us connected. One thing I'm sure of this, is that many of us have learned that it's the simple, precious things in life that are not to be taken for granted. Things to which we aspire are not to be put on hold. And relationships now, more than ever, are to be nurtured and coveted. The twisties are our fate right now, and they may be with us into the future, but we have the power to adapt and to thrive. May this Rosh Hashana and this Jewish year 5782 be a year in which we strive to emerge from the challenge of COVID by embracing science and truth and by healing relationships. May the discord in our country fade, and in so doing, may that enable us to make the world a better place. That's my prayer for you all, for us all, my dear friends. May God bless us, and say to you, Shana Tova. And it's my honor now to do a song that I wrote called The Bridge. It sort of echoes the sentiment that I feel, perhaps all of us feel. It was inspired by John Lewis, actually. It's called The Bridge. Walk the bridge of hope the bridge. On the bridge. And shameless plug, I have a new album that just came out today on Rosh Hashana. It's called Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and it's on Spotify. So just Spotify me, it's everywhere. Like everybody, when they do stuff, it's on all the platforms. That song's on there, and my whole catalog is on Spotify, so thank you. We're now going to do a prayer for healing. Prayer for healing. So let me get people on Zoom, type in names if you'd like me to mention. And I will do the Misha Berach, then we do the shofar service. Okay, so let me see. Santa Steinberg, Lynn in Australia. That might be all who are suffering physically and emotionally. Mayor Ben Storka. Sid and Joyce Becker, Kate Marcello, Hannah Bot Shandel, Elaine, Warner Goldstein, Leonard David Magidson, William Ben Julia, Rabbi Barbara Steinberg, Rabbi Monty Sugarman, Lynn Coleman. Anybody here? Anybody have anybody? Okay.
Kathy Elkins.
Kathy, yeah, Kathy. Anyone back there? Just mention it. Okay. Leland, David, Magidson, Palm City, Florida. Ginny Botwana, Ginny Botnina, Amy and Marvin. Sandra Talis, Lenny Krudchik. Victoria Zellers. Mishebeira Avotenu Makor Habracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Barbara Ben, residents of Santa Joachim and Ann, Americans held hostage in Afghanistan. Anybody else? Carol Santangelo. renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We send out our healing energy to all those people around the world, all of you on Zoom. May everyone be blessed with a refuah shalema, and let us emerge from this COVID protected and in good health. And we say amen. Now we continue with the shofar service. I know you're all hanging. That was my carrot to keep you here. The shofar service. Everybody on Zoom. So I'd like to call upon our shofar blower to blow shofar for us. All right, so here's the deal. In order to do this right, let me just explain for a minute. There are three main themes on Rosh Hashana. Malchuyot, the idea of kingship, the idea of a divine source, the metaphor for an anthropomorphic God who is a king. Malchuyot. The next one is zichronot, is remembering our history, our tradition, remembering where we came from. And shofarot, which is the calling of the shofar, which is meant to make us aware that we've got to work towards making the world a better place. So these are the three themes that run throughout Yom Kippur, and in a traditional service during the Musaf, each theme is explored through the use of the prayer book, through the Machzor, and there are liturgical poems that support each theme. At the end of each section, we blow shofar. So we're putting them all together. Right now, we have a melody, a reshet sifatein. You'll hear it. You'll sing along with us. But you're going to call the shofar blowing. First, I'm going to do the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lishmoa kol shofar. We say amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehecheyanu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu hazman hazeh. Okay, good. So you're all going to do this. We're going to the Malchuyot section. This is the first one. So we're all going to call. Yes, it's going to be with Tekiah, then Shavarim, and then Teruah. Tekiah means one blast. Shavarim means 3 broken blasts, and he's practicing it. And Teruah means 9. All right. All right. So everybody. So first call out Tekiah, let him blow. Then call out Shavarim, let him blow. Then call out Teruah. Hope you can remember. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Tekiah.
Shavarim.
And now we're going to sing our reshet. Oh wait, wrong key. Sorry. Our reshet. Sifateinu ira lefanecha, ira lefanecha. Sifateinu ira lefanecha, ira lefanecha. Mazi, 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 chol chol kiyah. Excellent. Now we come to the second theme, zichronot. So it's the same blowing, right? So you guys do it again. And now when we sing that song, the only thing that's different in the song is we substitute the word at the very end. I said malchuyotenu. Now we're going to say the word zichronotenu. if you could do that. Okay, here we go. So call it out for Evan. Listen to this time. Very good. Okay, now we're going to do the third theme. All right, which is shofarot. Call out the shofar blowing for Evan.
Yeah.
Okay, save the Tekiah Gedola for. All right, do one now. Do one. Go ahead. Call out Tekiah Gedola. You're gonna come back and do another one. Another Tekiah Gedola. Everybody give Evan a hand. Let's close the ark metaphorically, symbolically. Eitz Chaim Hi. This is the one we hear on Shabbat. Eitz Chaim Hi. Lamachazikim ba v'tomcha me'usha tiracheha darchem noam v'chol netivoteha shalom shivenu and the ark is closed, So, ladies and gentlemen, now we're gonna just have announcements. Then we sing Avinu Malkeinu. We do a brief tashlich, and then you can go have lunch. All right? I can't say that on Yom Kippur. All right. So, to modern, ultra, and just plain Orthodox Jews, to conservative, conservadox, Reform Jews, converted Jews, adult and child Jews, from Jews, Baalei Teshuva, Satmar, Black Hat Jews by choice, bathrobe on Friday night Jews, Irish Jews, Black Jews, White Jews, Celebrity Jews, Generation X, Y, and Z Jews, NCSY Jews, Solomon Schechter Jews, Feminist Jews, Chauvinist Jews, Egalitarian Jews, Traditionalist Jews, Israeli Jews, American Jews, Persian Jews, Russian Jews, Galicianers, Litvaks, Birthright Jews, Single Jews, Married Jews, I wish I was married Jews, I wish I was single Jews, Scandinavian Jews, South of the Border Jews. Have you been to South of the Border? 95. Italian Jews, Canadian Jews, Latino Jews, Latino Jews, Ashkenazim, Sephardim, Yemenite Jews, French Jews, German Jews, Greek Jews, Indian Jews, Chinese Jews, every kind of Jew in this universe, and to all of you, everybody watching, we want to wish you a Shana Tova, a happy New Year, and a sweet, blessed year. Jewish worship, indeed the way that all people worship, is in transition, ladies and gentlemen. Jewish leaders are searching for the best way to approach the present and the future, the best ways to balance what we've done for so long with what we need to do moving ahead. Our service, this service that you've heard today in our online synagogue, Sin Shalom, is one expression of responding to this paradigm shift in the institutional religious world. Now, Sin Shalom, our online community, we, in addition to offering worship services Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. When I started doing this, by the way, it was like new. It was like, whoa, you can go online and pray. Look at what a year and a half has wrought. Now you're almost castigated for having in-person services. It's almost the opposite. You know, we've gone full spectrum. But we do at Sim Shalom, we offer a study for online Jewish conversion, if you know anybody that's interested. And our new Jewish movement, Jewish Universalism, embraces all who would join with us in prayer and learning. So from my heart, I want to thank you all who have joined us today, all of you online, all you Zoom people. Thank you for helping support our efforts. You're very kind, and it's really an honor to be able to serve you. So God bless you all. Please spread the word. We're going. God willing, next year we'll fill this place once again. All right. I want to acknowledge my buddy Kevin Haley on bass. Give him a hand. Bio Liz Taub on fiddle. Frank Levatino on drums. And of course, Jack Lottman on piano. Our cantorial soloist and shofar blower, Evan Kremen. Our host, Paul Rizzo, who we love and we support. And God willing, it'll be like you can't get anybody in here one day soon. And of course, my lovely wife, Carol Blane, is back there with the headphones. And our sound guy. Where's our sound? There he is, up there. James. God bless you, James. You made us sound great today, and we've sure enjoyed this. And we're going to conclude with Avinu Malkeinu, then the Mourner's Kaddish, and then we'll do Tashlich, and you'll all be excused. Everybody online as well. So the Avinu Malkeinu in this last song, we ask God not only to forgive our shortcomings, but also to protect us in the coming year. So, Jack? Not bad, guys, not bad. And now we're going to join together. I encourage you all to say the Mourner's Kaddish with me. We've all lost someone, certainly this time of COVID. And Mourner's Kaddish together. Yit Gadal, V'yit Gadash, Shemei Rama. V'alma Divra Pirute, V'amlich Malchute. V'chayechon, U'v'yomechon, U'v'chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala U'v'yizman Kariv, V'imru. Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabba Mavora, V'alam V'lomei Omaya. Yitpora, V'yishtaba, V'yitpa'ar, V'yitramam, V'yitnaseh. V'yithadar, V'yitale, V'yithalal, Shemei Dekudsha, Karichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran v'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom v'mama, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. All right, just a few announcements. So today, basically Rosh Hashana. There's a service tonight. If you tune in online, if you're interested. I mean, I'm not doing it, but many synagogues will have an Erev Rosh Hashana service again tonight. Tomorrow morning, please join me online at 10:30. Those of you that are Zooming. You can see the service online, and it'll be fun, just intimate with me and the Zoomers. And I'll be doing kind of traditional davening with a traditional taliyit and traditional explanations. It's fun for that to do that. And then the following, what is it, Tuesday night is Kol Nidre. Wednesday night?
Yeah, the 15th.
That's Kol Nidre? And then Thursday is the, okay. So Wednesday night we're at Silvana. We have I think so 13 tickets, and that's okay because we were upstairs in the cafe. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be just a trio, just Kevin and Jack and I, and we're going to do a lovely Kol Nidre service. But before that, you get to eat Middle Eastern food. At Silvana. So I'm excited about that. And if it wasn't COVID coming back, I'm sure that would have been well attended also. But we've sold a number of tickets, and I'm very grateful for that. So that's what's going on. That will also be streamed on Zoom. And then we come back here for Yom Kippur morning, where we do a Yizkor, and we have the band back. And Lizzie won't be here. Everybody give Lizzie a virtual hug. Carol Studhalter will be here. Carol plays flute and sax. So that's the story. Any comments from Carol? Anything I need to say that I missed? No. Okay. Good. All right. So we're now going to do Tashlich. Normally I ask you to stand. Don't stand because it's too quickly. So Tashlich is the Hebrew word for send off or cast away. And on the afternoon of the first day of Rosh Hashana, it's traditional to go to a body of moving water for a ceremony in which we symbolically cast away our sins into the water. So I'd like you now, ladies and gentlemen, to teleport to the Hudson River. Thank you very much. I don't know, whatever entrance you want. Let's go down by that little park that we haven't gone to yet. The little park?
Little Island.
Little Island. Okay, let's all be there. All right, here we are at the little island. Let's imagine they're okay with us throwing a bunch of bread into the river from the okay, so this ceremony has roots in one of the books of our prophets, Micah. It says, "You will cast your sins into the depths of the sea." That's why we do it. We don't do it because I'm saying to do it. We actually have a source for it. So in this way, this service stands as a symbolic reminder that we're doing something, we're performing an act. So that means that we're going to work towards really mitigating things that we did wrong last year and be better this coming year. So close your eyes. You can close your eyes. Let's all everybody close your eyes. This is the funny part. Envision the Hudson River. It is beautiful. We're in the island. And you're going to take the bread, which is in your hands. And I'd like you to imagine the type of sins you want to unload. So you will throw in the corresponding bread for whichever sin you have perpetrated. Ready? For ordinary sins, throw in some white bread. For erotic sins, throw in some French bread. For dark sins, throw in some pumpernickel. For complex sins, we have multigrain bread. For twisties, for the twisted sins, throw in pretzels. For tasteless sins, rice cakes. For sins of indecision, waffles. For telling bad jokes or bad puns, a little cornbread. For sins committed in haste, matzah. For sins of chutzpah, fresh bread. For substance abuse, stoned wheat. For committing auto theft, caraway. That's a stretch, right? That's a stretch? Yeah, caraway. There you go. Caraway. For ill-temperedness, sourdough. For silliness, eccentricity, nut bread. For abrasiveness, grits. Is that a bread? I guess you can. For overeating, stuffing. So in this new Jewish year, 5,782, may we all unite in harmony, joy, and peace, and together ignite God's great light. May we see a sweet and a blessed new year. I want to wish you all a Shana Tova U'Metuka, Shana Tova, and from now on, after this day, it's appropriate for you to say Gemar Chatima Tova. May you be inscribed well. I mean, after Rosh Hashanah. Gemar Chatima Tova. Now we sing Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, 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 Amen. You guys say Amen. Lizzie likes this melody. So the first one was Hayom, give us strength. The next one is bless us. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, Hayom, Hayom. Hayom, Hayom, Tzivarchenu. Amen. one is, on this day, help us grow. My oh my oh my oh, my oh my oh my oh, ah, oh my oh my oh, ah, yo, don't you gotta lay your blame. Last one. On this day, inscribe us for a good life. Oh my oh my oh, my oh my oh my oh, ah, oh my oh my oh, ah, yo, oh this day to live over. That was an A. That was an A. Okay. All right. Evan is going to come up and do a Tekiah Gedola. But as he's doing that, we're going to do a song because we love New York.
Go.
The subway trains below is so New York. Every Broadway show is so New York. Each high rise is a feat. The vibe just can't be beat. Every cuisine you eat is so New York. The bagels in this town are so New York. The coffee carts around are so New York. The view that you will see landing at Kennedy is unequivocally so New York. So very steep, so elemental, so unique and quintessential. The museums everywhere are so New York. Dressing debonair, so New York. The affectations, boys, of all those girls and boys, and all that traffic noise is so New York. I stand the bagels in this town, so New York. The coffee carts around are so New York. The view that you will see landing at Kennedy is unequivocally so New York. So very deep, so elemental, so unique and quintessential. Museums everywhere, so New York. Interesting together there, so New York. The affectations, boys, all the girls and boys, and all that traffic noise is so New York. It can be so divine, the longer not order of fence, line to uncork. We'll have a lovely time, forever north and mine, so sublime and so New York. So New York, so New York. That was my song, So New York, ladies and gentlemen. And now we conclude with a big old Tekiah Gedola. Get ready. He's been saving up for a month for this. He's been practicing. He's been working on his breath control. It's unbelievable. Whenever you're ready, here we go. Hold on. Wait, you're all going to call it. Tekiah Gedola. 1, 2, 3. God bless you all, ladies and gentlemen. Shana Tova. Thank you, Evan, my friend. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Ladies and gentlemen, you are free. Hope you enjoyed the service. We sure did. And all of you on Zoom, it was a real pleasure. Let me see. Let me close this.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Oh, you mean the festival?
If it was anyone else, we might have missed it. But you would. So listen.
Hey, Elias. It's
All